Hi friends out there, non-calorie counting buddies as well. Just checking in with you guys. This is gonna be a quick hello. I still have charting charting to do tonight. So I got slammed today at work. It's okay. But part of that was I only got in about 2,000 steps. So I had dinner at 5, and then before, hi happy elf, my friend, I decided before I sat down and work some more, I would get out here and get some steps in. Hey, Alicia. So I just came up a big hill, if you're wondering what my problem is. I am headed back towards the house to sit down and do some charting, and then go see my friends over on Facebook for a little bit. My husband has church tonight, so we're just working this evening, guys. We're a working couple. It never stops. So I am taking a couple days off this week. I have a lot of vacation time saved up. Mostly because this last year, we didn't travel or anything, So I have a lot of holidays and vacation saved up. So I'm taking a couple days this week for our anniversary. We've been married 27 years on Friday. And so, oh good, Yolanda's walking with me. Good. Hey Sharon, how you doing? So we're gonna just sort of do a low-key type celebration that is nice and safe, which is what we're all doing these days. But I must say, I married my best friend, and that's the way to do it, you guys. Because over time, life has its ups and downs. But if you are with your best friend, we got married when we were 21, and it has been an adventure, I will tell you. It's been crazy pants land. So, there's lots of people out walking, lots of neighbors and things. Sorry, guys. We're trying to navigate the street and the cars. I had someone say, where are the sidewalks? Well, the city I live in now, they don't have a lot of neighborhoods with sidewalks. And if you guys remember me walking previously in my old town, we had big, beautiful old houses and sidewalks. So we have a lot of trails though here. And I haven't gotten to film a lot of trail walking for you guys, but we'll get there. We're gonna get there. So, oh wow, you guys, anniversary too. Booty Mother Runner, you hit 10,000 steps. Oh my gosh, that's fabulous. Good for you. That feels so good. When you start getting active again, I didn't really wait. Sometimes they say if you switch eating plans to wait a couple weeks before you introduce activity. But I've been a walker for years, so I wasn't as active as I like to be this last year because I've been at home working, and so I really want to be more active this year. I'm really trying to get a walk in every day. I'm not being weird and having some crazy goal, because I feel like if I make a walking goal and I don't do it, I get really disappointed in myself. So I'm trying to treat it more like it's a treat every day to get out of the house and get in the beautiful neighborhood and amongst the trees. Yesterday I took 2 walks. It was so nice. And especially this time of year for us, where I live, we do have nice days for walking that are not too cold. And going into spring, we have beautiful walking days. And so I'm going to try to do as much as I can, because once summer hits, it's like walking in an oven here. It's terrible. So I had a good day on plan eating. I am hungry today, and I was talking to my friends over on Facebook. A lot of that is cyclical in terms of hormones. I just feel hungry, so I'm trying to incorporate a lot of green veggies and protein, just to keep myself, I'm like physically hungry. So I had a doctor once tell me that for women, during this time in our cycles, we actually need more carbohydrates. Have you guys ever heard that before? He sent me a study, and this was probably 5 years ago. So I don't have the study. I couldn't find it for you all. But it was a published study talking about carbohydrates and hormones. I don't remember. But I always think that. And so I'm like, oh yeah, I need chocolate. I don't think that's what he was saying. I think he was talking about complex carbs. So just so you all know, I'm not weighing my leafy greens. I think that helps me just eat as many as I want. I don't really think you should be calorie restricting your green veggies. So like for dinner tonight, I had shredded lettuce. 1.5 cups is 10 calories. I was like, I'm not doing that. I had 2 big cups of spinach with breakfast this morning. And I think if you're not going to count anything, and you guys can go read studies on that, a lot of nutritionists say those things don't really have a big impact on calorie deficits. So we're leaving the non-starchy leafy greens alone. We're going to just eat an abundance of those. Plus, I want to make sure I get a lot of that in my diet. I do feel like when I eat more of that, I see better weight loss. So excuse the heavy breathing. My neighbors probably think I'm crazy. They're like, there's the redhead. She whines every time she goes up the hills. Okay. Anyway, yes, I count my fruit. Calorie counting, you count your fruit. I had an apple this afternoon, medium apple, 95 calories. But yeah, I count my fruit. We're doing calorie counting, so really it's just the leafy greens. If I have a big salad, like last night I had a big salad, I had about 4 cups of butter lettuce. I didn't count it. So, but I do count my coffee creamer. Bessie says, I've never seen an overweight rabbit. Yeah, I think like for me, and you guys can argue this point, but for me, the butter lettuce and the spinach and the iceberg lettuce that I didn't count over the last 24 hours is not the problem. It's not the problem. Portion control with those things, not the problem. So, drinking a lot of water. I am on day 5 of no Diet Coke, and I feel really good. I feel less bloated. My rosacea is looking a lot better. Very happy with that. And I was talking over on Facebook about point freedom. This is my own opinion, and I'm coming at this from someone who has done pointed weight loss plans for years. I don't think so. I think there were times I did a lot of restricting of high point things. And I think that can be, I think focusing on 0 point food lists is very helpful in that it teaches you to eat healthy. But you also have to learn to moderate things. And I got so good at saying no to anything that was high point. For example, I talked about this over on Facebook today in my group. I had a working lunch today, and it was catered by Zoe's Kitchen. And I'm looking at the sunset if you're wondering what I'm looking at. We had chocolate chip cookies. And I never eat the chocolate chip cookie. I was laughing on Facebook today because I was saying, I'm that friend of yours that's always on a diet but never loses any weight. And like, why is that? So they had these big chocolate chip cookies, 570 calories per cookie. And normally I just wouldn't even pick one up or moderate and have a piece of it because I have anxiety over all of that. And I worry about it. And I don't even want to start and all of this stuff. So I've never really taught myself to moderate. I'm either an all or nothing, black or white person. So I brought a cookie home with me, and this is going to sound so stupid. I'm just telling you all the truth. I'm telling you how I feel. It felt so liberating to have the cookie at home, and I have not eaten the cookie. I gave the cookie to my husband, but I kept thinking, well, I could have the whole cookie. I had 700 calories left for the day after lunch. I'm like, I could have the whole cookie. I could have a fourth of the cookie for 150 calories, or I could not eat the cookie. And listen, I'm not saying you can't do that on other plans, but I think because I've been steered in a certain way of thinking, that cookie on Weight Watchers Freestyle would have been 24 points, and I only got 31 points every day. You know, it would have, out of 1,800 points, it would have been 570. I would have still had 1,200, calories, not points. Out of 1,800 calories, it would only have been 570. So you see how I would have had, it's a mind thing, is what I'm trying to tell you all. I hope I'm explaining that correctly, or in a way that's understandable. Sometimes it's really hard to get out of my brain, why I've done the things I've done and how I think about things. And I try to talk about them here because maybe somebody out there identifies, or maybe you understand what I'm saying. It was a really good lunch for me today. I went into it not feeling anxious about what they were going to have because I knew that I could just look up the calories, and it didn't have to be chicken breast, and it didn't have, I'm just telling you all, and that if it was going to be not something 0 point, it wasn't going to wipe out all my points for the day. That's how I have been taught to think. The old WW program, Weight Watchers program and you guys and I have talked about this before. 1 point was 50 calories. So I felt like you had more room to pick things out. Because it was really just calorie based, but it was like a fun way to count calories and increase your fiber. I don't know. Just different. It's just a different mindset. I'm trying not to knock stuff, but I'm trying to tell you guys why I am doing something different, which is my prerogative, right? Right. So maybe you guys get it. And if you don't, please don't be offended, because I totally understand why you guys are doing what you're doing out there. I totally do. And I totally support you. and you probably can handle it better and do a better job of it. A lot of you guys demonstrate that to me every day. I have so many friends that have been successful, and you do such a better job at your eating than I do. I know what to do. It's just the application of it, you know? So thanks for listening to that whole spiel and rant. But I had a lot of like food peace today, and I didn't have a lot of anxiety about. I also knew that like if I can't find the exact thing on the app, I can always like just look up calories. MyFitnessPal is awesome because they give you calorie counts too for weird stuff. And when I was on a pointed plan, I'd have to look it up. I'm not going that way. Okay, sorry. I'd have to look it up and then try to calculate the points based on the nutrition label on MyFitnessPal. It's just so much easier. Just plug the calories in. Why do you have to do all this other stuff? I just stepped on an acorn. Bessie, I'm very sorry that you got shamed. Imagine being on YouTube for 3 years. Listen, nobody has to like what you're doing. Okay, this is about you and what's going to bring you peace. And if it's WW, that's awesome. If it's keto, go for it. Make sure you run that stuff by your doctor. That's another big thing. Leslie said, yeah, you can know your exact calories instead of guessing. Yeah, you can definitely find your calories. It's really nice. There's so many different ways to find calories. The Lose It database is awesome though. I'm very impressed with it so far. I haven't had trouble finding anything. Bessie, I'm sorry that you got shamed. Felicia, yes. Hopefully you guys can understand me. I said food peace. Food peace. I have had a real sense of that. A lot of this has come from the last few months of me just doing some work on that and tracking everything. Like I had some crazy pointed days. And then I would go look at my calories and be like, I had 1,800 calories. What the heck? I've had several of you share with me that like today you were above points because you're double tracking, but you've only had like 1,200 calories. What the heck? It's too much. It's too much to think about. So, yeah, I'm having food peace. Bessie says no cookie. You know what, Bessie? I can still go home and have the cookie and it's okay. And I love feeling that way. I love the idea of being able to go on a walk, and then if I want to eat the calories that I earned, they're on my tracker. And if I don't want to eat them, I don't have to eat them. You see, it's being at peace with that, you guys, honestly. It's the same on other plans. I just needed a switch. I needed simplicity and I needed some food peace. And I feel like I have some food peace. I feel like I'm not being punished for what I'm eating. I don't know if you guys have had that feeling before, but it's like, yeah, it's like being punished for what you chose to eat. Anyway, it's all about balance either way, guys. Okay? You don't want to make up your diet with cookies. I'm not saying that either. Hopefully you get what I'm saying. I'm sure I will be misunderstood. Bessie is enjoying going to the store and just picking up food and looking at the calories and not having to pull out calculators or any of that. I know, I love that. That's fabulous. Jocelyn. Okay, so Jocelyn, in the Lose It app, I'm not going to tell you if you're going to still lose weight or not, okay? I'm going to tell you that you need to experiment with that. In the Lose It app, you do get credit, and apparently you can turn that off, but you do get credit for your activity, and it will add calories to your daily count. So it's up to you. Just like any other plan, if you want to eat your activity calories, that's up to you. Now, it's going to be the same thing across the board. You're always going to let your weight loss be your guide on that. If you're eating all your activity calories and your weight loss stalls out, that's a time to reassess. Remember, we want to be in a deficit of calories. So, from everything I've read, you have to be 3,500 calories down for the week overall to lose 1 pound. So, oh good, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Let me see. I'm going to take a moment and breathe. Oh, okay. Still Sharon says 5 members of your family, they were doing keto. So you started a keto group, but it wasn't working for you and you're ashamed to tell them. I tried keto. I was not good at figuring out the keto macros. I just could. Everyone kept saying you have to tweak it and figure out what works for you. And if you eat too much protein, that actually can be stored as fat. You won't burn fat. And I was like, oh, I'm supposed to just be eating fat. Well, no, you also have to be in a calorie deficit. Keto people, don't come for me because I don't know. I'm telling you right now, I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. I bought several books. I read several books. I watched 5 million YouTubers. This was probably a year or more ago. And then I went in to see my doctor. And she told me, her patient, I am not giving you guys medical advice, that she was not fond of the long-term studies on keto. Now, she did not provide me with those studies. I'm telling you what she said. She didn't like the long-term studies, and that in her opinion, keto was formulated for children to help them with seizure disorders. And she didn't want me to continue on keto. She wanted me to track what I was eating and pick out a healthy plan. So that was my doctor's advice to me. You guys are welcome to go research that and then talk to your own doctors. That was my doctor's advice. Now, that being said, I have friends on here that have been very successful on keto. And their doctors may have told them something different. So, anyway, I don't have any in real life friends that have lost weight and sustained their weight loss on keto. There's not one person I can think of. There is not one person I can think of, okay? In real life. Now, are there channels I follow? Absolutely. One of my favorite channels for keto is Keto Rewind. She's amazing. And she's more of an expert than I will ever be on any of that. So that's all I know. I get a lot of people that ask me why I'm not doing keto. And there's the answer. I was told no. Now, there are some studies that show that low-carb diets can burn fat off the liver. I don't know if you guys have heard that short term, it can burn fat off the liver, but the long-term studies are questionable per my doctor. So, good Lord Almighty, I did some walking. Anyway, I don't know. Oh, so calories, I'm at 74.91. Can you guys see that? Probably not. I'll take a picture of it. Oh, look who's here. Prudence, the counter cat. You say hi? If I'm here, she's here too. All right, guys. So that's kind of the story with the day and my thoughts for the day. Thanks for listening and understanding that, you know, we all have an opinion and we all have a different experience. Please don't quit or start or stop or join something because Amy on the internet said so. Please talk to your doctors. And I was going to show you the cookie. I bet he hit it. Please talk to your own doctors. Do your own research. Use wisdom. Please don't do crash diets and fad diets. Please take care of yourselves out there. January is like kind of a dangerous month because so many people are looking for a quick fix. There's the cookie. Look at how big. It's like as big as my head. No, that's not possible. Lots of people are looking for a quick fix, and there is no quick fix. If there was, we would all have conquered this and we'd be in good shape. So anyway, I will see you guys later. That was my supposed quick check-in. That wasn't very quick. I have got to go do a lot of charting. This is my office right now. See that stack right there? That's charting that I have to do tonight and get this all cleaned up before I go to bed. So let me go work on that. You guys stay in orbit. I'm sure you'll leave me comments and opinions as always. Just don't send me any nasty messages. I had to block several people today. Very interesting indeed. And I'm just like, I'm just a lady doing calorie counting, guys. I'm not a bad person. All right, I'll see you guys later. Take care. Stay in orbit. Bye.